Hi guys, and welcome back to Mr. Moo's Models. This is a continuation of my Tamiya 72nd scale Tornado F3 that I'm currently building for the hashtag Twin Brit group build. That's ran on Facebook group British Aviation Scale by Tim Hedworth. I'll pop a link in the video description for those of you who aren't part of the group build or aren't part of the group. It's a really good group. I'd encourage people to join, as there's quite a lot of good banter on there and also a heck of a lot of good information and some really good models as well. I've been doing a little bit of work off camera after the first video update, so I will show you that first. I'm going to do a bit of video, well, I'll point out when I've got the camera down to the bench what I've been doing, but I'll also pop in a couple of detailed photos of the cockpit and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do now is get the cameras pointed down at the bench and we'll get cracking. So here you can see the cockpit tub being painted up. I applied an oil wash and I also made some homemade seat belts out of some wine foil, and I think it's come out alright. We've also got the nose weight that's being glued into place. And here you can see I've painted the instrument panel shroud, hand painted that, and I've also primed, used Halford's primer to paint the navigator's one and also part of the cockpit surround. And here you can see the engine intakes, not the best detail, and also the panel lines are very faint, so I put the scribe around to bring them out a bit more definition. And got the horizontal stabilizers together and put the crossbar in place. And also got the rudder fin together, and that's ready to be popped into place later. And then we got the wings assembled, ready to be used later on in the build. These will need a little bit of a rescribe as well, as the panel lines are very faint, and I don't think they're going to keep the detail that well, so we'll rescribe those. And finally we've got the weapon pylons together to carry fuel tanks and the AIM-9 sidewinders. So guys, you've just seen a few photos of the work we've done off camera, but I'm just going to quickly show you again. So we've got the cockpit all painted up. I've made some aftermarket, well, some homemade scratch built seat belts. I've put an oil wash over all of that. I've got some nose weight in. It says 10 grams in the instructions, so that's what that is, and that's held them together by CA and talcum powder mix. Actually, I've got a bit on there which we'll just need tidying up. You'll have to look at that before we glue it together. The top bit of the fuselage has had the shrouds painted, and we have got the instrument panels in there all painted up as well, looking quite nice. Well, I think they look quite nice. We've got the wings together. I've tried to rescribe a little bit lightly some of the panel lines, because I think that they were quite, they needed a little bit of a rescribe from taking the wash when it comes down to that. We've got the tail planes together on there, the crossbar together. So that's looking all right there. We have got the pylons with the sidewinder launchers on them, so that's good to go. We have got the air intakes all painted up. They're looking all right as well. So happy with that. Rescribed those a little bit as well. And we've got the tail, which has come together quite nicely. So yeah, so it's not looking too bad, to be honest. So the plan for this video is to get the following steps done. We're going to get the wings in here, step 3. Hopefully get that buttoned up there. So wings, tail planes, button up the fuselage, and then that's going to be it really on this one, because we are then going to be looking at probably some sanding work around the join of the fuselage, as it's got a side join here, so I think that's going to have to require a bit of work. We'll see what it looks like afterwards. And then it says, well, I've already done the tail plate, the fin. So fin in it says, and the speed brakes either open or closed. I might go open on this one. Jet exhausts in there, but that'll wait until later on, and same for all of the bits of the undercarriage. So basically, once we've got stage 3 done completely, get the joint sorted out, get the air intakes in, and then the canopy on. Once the tailplane's on, I think it's going to be ready for primer, which will be good because I've got this and the Harrier to get into primer. So I'm going to follow the usual format and probably speed things up from time to time and try and use both cameras as much as I can. So here we go. So guys, there we are. You just seen me busting up the Tornado. We're going to leave that now for that Mr. Cement S to go off, and then we'll come back and have a look at it. We're probably going to have to do some touch-ups. I can't do this bit yet, step 4, or anything to do with the canopy yet, because of the that needs to go off first. So just want to see what we can do to save a bit of time. Now, because work on the fuel tanks. Now, Tamiya, or Italieri originally, give us these fuel tanks which are the smaller one and not the Hindenburger ones. And they've got what looks like four fins on them, according to Italieri. So I'm not convinced about using those, to be honest. Just going to have a quick look at some reference material in the form of this lovely modern as data file Tamiya Tornado comprehensive guide. So if we start looking, this is a relatively early sort of 90s, late 80s F3 that I'm doing, because I'm hoping to use these decals here, these aftermarket decals, which aren't exactly young, but I just think they're quite nice and do something different. They're for the 75th anniversary, so 91. So I think what we need to do is we need to have a look and see what we can find in terms of references. So we might have a quick look online, but let's have a quick look here first, see what we've got for Tornado F3. Oops. So the chapters about the F3 or the ADV are quite comprehensive. So what I'm looking for here are photos of the ADV. Now here we can see in the artist's impression, yes, it has got the funny sort of fins on its tanks like Italieri / Tamiya give to us in the kit. But I believe that's it's an artist's impression anyway of the prototype. And here when we start looking around, what have we got? So we've got a F3 which was post-telic, which has got all like super duper ball rails and stuff. They've got Hindenburger tanks. This one here, which is probably from the same sort of time, has got Hindenburger tanks on it. When I say Hindenburger, I mean the big ones. This here is carrying Asrams. It's quite a late variant, and that's got the smaller drop tanks, but it hasn't got the extra fins on it. It's just got the horizontal fins. This here, I don't know what date it is. Oh, it's relatively recent because it's got Amrams, so Hindenburger as well. Hindenburger, not Hindenburger. So it seems like the F3 could carry one or the other. Now, I'm going to have a quick look online, see where we can find anything to that effect. So just let me grab my computer. Cool. So, time for a Mac. So, this is 229 OCU. Tornado F3 229 OCU. Right, let's have a look. See what we've got here picture-wise. Images. So that's all I'm building. There, you can see it on the screen just about. Static with nothing underneath it. Looks like it's only got the one aim sidewinder veil, which is a bit annoying because I put both on mine. Same again. That's actually got some aim 9s on it by the looks of it. Oh, interesting. That's got a Hawk T1 fighter there with the sidewinders on it. And I've actually got some aftermarket decals to make that, and I've got some bits and bobs left over from an Italieri kit, so I'm on an iron about maybe trying to make one of the Airfix Hawks into something which might look very similar. Let's look here. So this here is the modern drawings, it says, and that shows it with the small tanks with the funny fins on it, but I can't see it carrying anything on here. There's a bit of an interesting shout. Right, there's one. That's 32nd scale. And now he's put those onto there. Okay, interesting. Right, let's put Tornado F3 1991 and see what we can get from sort of that period of time frame. See what's get anything from in there. What was carrying. I mean, these were deployed over to Granby, and here in Granby you can see it's got the Hindenburger tank. I'm sure the Hindenburger tank was designed for the F3 originally. Same again, this is a Saudi Tornado, that's got a Hindenburger. That hasn't. It's carrying the alarms, that's much later on. And it's got ASRAM as well, so it's later. Too late. Here we've got Granby carrying the smaller one, so it looks like both are viable options really. It's just about which one looks better underneath the F3. Okay, right. Let's go with it. I think I'm going to go for the small tanks, but not put the extra fins on it. And I think I might have a look to see whether I've got some from a Revell boxing anyway. So let me go have a look at that and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so change of plan. So I've had a quick look through some more boxes and stuff like that, and I've found these large tanks, the Hindenburger tanks. So I think we'll go with those. We'll knock these up quite quickly and then get the wings on, the fins on. I mean, I still think the F3 would suit the small tanks maybe a little bit better, but I haven't got many of those. Well, I have 2 brand new boxes of Revell Tornado, and to be frankly honest, I don't want to go clambering all the way through the stash to get them. So I'm going to get cracking on with these and get these together for you. So then, as you can see, we've got it more or less buttoned up. This side here is looking quite nice, as you can see. Just show that to GoPro as well. There we go. The other side, there's still a little bit there of work to be done on that, and I need to get the wing root together. But no, it's looking okay, to be honest. So not too shabby. Let's get the wing root glued up, and then we'll try and do a bit more work just on. So this wing root needs a bit of work here. So we'll do some work on the wing roots now, and let's see how that goes. So, thing is, can I get it? It's going to be a little bit of a trick. This is, I think it's going to be something along the lines of 1 clamp, 2 clamps. See whether I can get this. So that didn't go so well. Okay, I'll leave that on for that glue just to dry off. Let's try this side again. See if I can get this side sorted out. More glue. No, that didn't go so well either. So, and the problem is that these are under quite a lot of tension. Is it a little bit less tension? No. Quite a lot of tension. Need to keep these quite close. So get a clamp on there. Right, so that's that bit there clamped. So, right, that's not looking too shabby. I just need to hope the glue goes off. See if we can get a bit more just in there. Reinforce this joint, but what I don't want to do is I don't want to end up running glue outside of the joint. And if you can see, just in here, so we've got it along joint, it's absolutely fine, but we haven't got that much margins really. We'll hit the peg, and then you end up making boo-boos like that one there. I think I might have got away with that. You're not going to see it down there really that much either. So, same again here. We get one clamp in this way. That's looking alright. Right, let's run some glue on there now. Okie dokie. And we'll get the second clamp in here. There we go, that's not looking too bad. Again, we'll let that go off. A bit more glue just to make sure, make that nice and strong, that joint. And the back here, right, I'll just leave that to go. So, I think I'm a little bit stuck as to what much more we can do, guys. So, I think I'm going to leave it at that now, because let's say we can get look at getting that in. Just have a look at dry fitting it. That's starting to look a little bit like a tornado, but I don't want to glue it into position yet, because I think for working these seams just down in here, it's going to be easier without the tail fin. There is a bit which goes over the top here, around the back, which is B something or other. Just this bit here. I might get that one glued in. It looks a little bit ambiguous on the instructions, so no, I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. So what I'll do is I'll flip the camera back round, and we'll give you the thank you very much spiel and say goodbye from there. So I'll move the cameras. So guys, there you have it. That's part 2 of the 72nd Tamiya Tornado F3 build. I think it's starting to come along. It's looking like a Tonka, as you can see here. Yeah, still got the wing roots drying off there, curing. So we're getting there gently. I think the next video, in between now and next video, I might do a bit of off-camera work, try and get it to the point where I can get it into primer. We'll see. I might do a quick video just showing the progress and sort of taking it from there. So hopefully next time around you'll see it. It'll either be ready to go into primer, or actually going into primer. Well, ready to go into primer and going into primer, or just a question of maybe masking the canopy and getting it on there. So it's coming along, really. So with that, all I've got left to say is, once again, thank you very much to those who watched the video. Thank you for those who subscribed to the channel. I know I'm still very much a baby channel in the making, but every single sort of bit of feedback and encouragement I get's great. It just makes me want to show you my work a bit more. So with that, I'm just going to say thank you very, very much once again for watching, and happy modelling.